quite possibly the scariest moment of my life to date.
All right, so we have our first brave guest in today. It definitely takes a lot of courage to come in here, do something. And from what Matt's told me, that he didn't really tell that much about what we're doing today. Is that correct?
Yeah, that would be right.
Yeah, can you just do a brief introduction?
Yeah, so I'm this guy, Matt's brother, Andrew, also known as Gladius professionally, and professional performing and touring musician. And you can find me under that name online, all my music, and I'm sure we'll drop some links, gladiusofficial.com. But yeah, just excited to see what happens here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for coming here. Great guitarist. Definitely check out all of his stuff. But let's just get right into it. Like, what are some of the things that's been occupying your headspace lately? What are some of the things that you are kind of worried about?
Getting the right sound on my obsessive audio mix that never seems to end. I think that's been the battle lately. And then as soon as you think that's done, or either it's done or I run out of time and I have to just call it time. And then it's time to shoot the video, right?
Are you kind of like the obsessive type?
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm the same way with like all the the video editing and stuff, and getting things down perfect. Like what I kind of found out is that you're never gonna get it perfect. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know.
So sometimes just have to settle on the best you can get it.
Yeah.
Or if you have a deadline, then all right.
Yeah. And I've definitely had like those times where I'm like struggling with a deadline. I have to get things completed, and I'm driving myself crazy. I'm anxious. And for me personally, I'm just like an asshole to people around me. You know, like I drive my girlfriend crazy. I drive like people I work with crazy. Is that kind of what it's like with you?
Well, I suppose there's always that bit of the other side of it, where if you're trying to be in your zone and you're doing all this stuff yourself and kind of like deep concentration work, don't bother me,
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Are you like would you say a perfectionist type of person?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you drive people crazy?
Bit too much. Drive myself crazy.
Yeah. I mean, where do you think that kind of stems from? Were you always like that?
Yeah, I think so. It was about as long as I can remember.
Okay. What was it like? Can you kind of talk about growing up and some of the challenges that came up with having like that kind of mindset?
Well, I would say for one, I probably held off forever until I felt like I was ready to start like playing with other musicians, much less performing or even like teaching. I mean, it wasn't until one day I just happened to be at a music store and I ran into my former guitar teacher and he was like, "Well, do you have any students?" And I'm like, "I'm 19. I just dropped out of college. What do you mean? Like, do I have any students?"
Yeah.
But, apparently, like in his mind, I was ready to start teaching at that point, and I didn't think I was. But I guess getting that, little bit of a push or approval from someone who knew what the heck he was talking about and who I respected, I decided, well, maybe I should go ahead and go forward with that. So yeah, I mean, sometimes that can, hold you back from like taking that next step, I would say.
Okay, so you got into teaching pretty early on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually started teaching before I started performing. So,
oh, okay.
I did that for a few years.
Nice. And in terms of performing, like, what's that been like for you? Have you always been like a natural kind of performer?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Very much a process. that I've had to, really develop, and, I think when I started, I was kind of just like more concerned with getting it right on the guitar, getting all the technical crap just so, and getting the parts perfect to the point that maybe the entertainment value suffered a little bit because I'm not like engaging with the, interacting with the crowd as much. And I mean, at the end of the day, as much as I would love for it to be about the music, people come to a show for entertainment, right?
You seem like a pretty chill guy. You seem like a pretty level-headed guy. But would love to kind of see, what you're like when you're angry, with that aggression.
Okay. Well,
I can kind of sense that, where I feel like just meeting you a few times, you seem like the type of guy that's like patient up to a point. You know what I mean? You're chill up to a point, but then when someone crosses that line, I feel like you're the type of guy that just explodes on people.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah. Awesome. So we got our monster here that's gonna come in and hold us, and we're gonna have you take go ahead, take the monster's back, and then just go. I want to see that aggression. You know what I mean? I want to see you just mess him up. We got brother on. All right, so go ahead, get your hooks in.
Oh yeah.
Get your legs in. Boom, and just mess him up, dude. Mess him up. Yeah, get that choke in. Yeah, there you go. Get that. Hey! Nice. Get it? Oh, good escape. Good escape by Frankenstein. And the oh! Good, nice. There you go. How are you doing? Tight spot here. There you go. For all the people that wronged you. Yeah. There's some tight defense. Give him a little something, Matt. Give him a little something. Don't be... You got a stingy ass monster. How you doing? Oh, we got the tickling coming in. Monster, you think, is that an effective strategy?
No, not at all.
Okay. Monster, let's give him something. Let's. Whoa. Gladiator on top, onside control. There you go. Choke the shit out. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Boom, big solo. Oh, to the mouth. Oh, smash. Oh, he goes for the smash. Oh, nice move. Gladiator definitely has a speed advantage. Nice. He's got his hips down. Very good control. Seeing a lot of good athleticism from the Gladiator. Nice, got his legs free. He's looking to play from the outside. Damn, that's impressive. How'd that feel?
I'm glad I didn't go biking this afternoon.
Yeah, it's definitely a good workout.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the things that you feel has been pivotal to your life? Like, what made you the person you are?
Oh man.
Be real. Be vulnerable.
I mean, I have to say, for one, like, my faith.
Okay.
Coming to salvation with Christ.
Oh, nice.
So, that's
Nice.
definitely...
Is that recent or?
No, it's been a while. But,
okay.
There's ongoing struggles with that. Like,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Times of growth and trial and
faith is something that you constantly have to work on. A lot of people kind of like want to imagine that, like, oh, I got faith, I'm good now, but your faith is something that's constantly tested. Is that kind of your experience?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And tell me about like some of the temptations that you've been dealing with, some of the struggles you've had. For me, like I've had a hard time with lots of things. Like I get injured, get depressed. Like what has your experience been like?
Yeah. What as far as like struggles with faith or like
Yeah, like
or...
struggles with faith, like any like difficulties with that, anything like specific big life events that's happened that made you question things. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate, to something like that. That's something universal that everyone really struggles with.
Yeah, totally. Well, I guess one big incident would have been like I've had a number of ailments that have affected my hands and elbows and things that have gotten in the way of guitar playing.
Dude, I know about injuries. Yeah.
So yeah, preaching to the choir here. So, so yeah, it was definitely a big moment. Basically waking up one day, like fresh out of high school, and just my fingers not working and going.
What happened? Like how does your fingers just not work?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I was kind of just flipping out trying to find out for a while until I finally get into a specialist doctor that tells me like, oh, you have some nerve trapped here, and it actually turns out it's your funny bone. You ever bump that one?
That's insane. So you woke up one day and your fingers just weren't working?
Yeah, well, it started with just like two of them on this hand, and so I was like, "Oh, that's weird." The other ones work, but like, what happened here? So it was kind of like when your foot falls asleep. It's like you just wake up.
Gotcha.
But like those fingers didn't wake up.
And you're trying to play the guitar, and you're realizing that your fingers just aren't moving the same way.
Exactly.
Dude, how scary is that? Like like a pianist or any sort of musician that's their life. That's their that's how they pay the bills. That's what they're passionate about. And one day you just wake up and you're like, hey, like the thing I love doing the most, it just doesn't work anymore. Like that must have been devastating.
Yeah, it was probably quite possibly the scariest moment of my life to date. So, not one that I would care to repeat.
Okay, so you woke up, your fingers just weren't working. What'd you do at that point? Did you go to a doctor, or how did that get resolved?
Right, so they made the whole round, bounce you back between the regular doctor, the nerve doctor, the hand doctor, all the shuffling around.
You gotta see like 5-6 different doctors,
exactly,
to figure out what's going wrong.
Right, and then they do all these tests and find out. Oh yeah, they confirm what they suspect, which is the nerve entrapments, and starts in one place, but start doing PT and massage and like everything short of going under the knife, but then like within a few months it was spreading to the other hand. It was affecting all the fingers, so it turns out there was like multiple nerves involved. So
that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to really zoom into that moment and really kind of zoom into that fear you had when that's a real possibility where the thing I love doing the most, that's something that I can't no longer do. Really, I want you to really kind of tap into that. And yeah, just trying to convey like what was that like?
Yeah, pretty terrifying. Pretty dark moment. I just remember
what's going through your head?
Constantly like reading the book of Job from the Old Testament.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that, the story of Job?
Yep.
Yeah, so Job was, according to the scripture, he was like pretty much as good as it gets. It's like in God's eyes, like this dude is probably like the best out there. And then still, he was allowed to go through like all these tribulations and trials that the enemy put him through. But in the end, he came out better. So I just kept reading that and going, Lord gives, Lord takes away. Hopefully, God willing, my story will turn out as well as Job's did in the end. So I just try to, hang on to that and just do that and just go after that physical therapy, like with a vengeance practically. Like I'm gonna, beat this attack and get my ability back and just, day in and day out, just grinding until, it never really stops. Like there's still, I'm still doing maintenance, but yeah, man, I'm just, I just thank God that I can even play again at this point. Like,
yeah. It sounds like your faith really helped you kind of get through.
Oh, absolutely.
That event. I had something similar happen to me recently. I hurt my neck.
Oh.
I had some nerve damage, and I couldn't train. Yeah, I couldn't train. Or I was in the hospital for 2-3 months. I could barely move. I was constantly in pain, and yeah, it was definitely a struggle to get through something like that. So I can definitely.
What happened there with your neck?
I just had a pinched nerve, and basically I was in pain all the time to the point where I couldn't sleep.
Did it send it like all the way down your spine, or where did
It was through my arm. Yeah. So to this day, the left side of my body is weaker than my right because of that nerve damage, and it got to the point where I was in just this constant pain. It just felt like my neck was shredding. It was on the moment, just about to kind of shred, and just that constant pain where I couldn't sleep for 3-4 days. So I went to the ER. Like, they gave me some morphine. That was the first time I did morphine. That's great stuff.
Yeah, I bet it came in handy in that time.
Yeah. I fell asleep for the first time. But yeah, it was a struggle. So I totally understand.
Of it, you know?
Oh yeah. I totally see why people get hooked on that. But yeah, I mean, thanks for kind of sharing something like that. Like that. Yeah, that's I totally understand what that must have been like for you, and that's not easy. I'm glad to hear that like faith is something that you use to really kind of push through that. So I want you to channel that, and we'll have the monster. Monster, how you doing?
Monster hungry still.
Monster is soaked.
Monster ready for food. Raw meat.
So how's Gladiator doing? What's your give us a little play-by-play.
Gladiator ready for dinner.
Okay. I mean, has he been impressive, or are you just gonna eat him up?
I'm just gonna eat him up.
Oh. Monster's no joke in this position. Just to warn you, Monster is yeah. Gladiator, this is you waking up that one day, fingers not working, all the years, all the struggles that you put into guitar, not knowing if you can ever play again. How you doing? Gladiator, talk to me.
Pretzel.
Good fucking work. Good fucking work by the Gladiator. There you go. Way to not give up. I got it. Oh, with the back, and he got the side control. Good. Nice move. Good efforts. Hey, this is getting real now. This is years and years of brother on brother struggle. This is years of big brother bullying. This is years and years of repressed rage. Gladiator, you take it out. So I guess we left off with, talking about what defined the Gladiator as a person. And, thanks again for opening up and talking about your nerve surgery and everything like that, and how difficult that is. But yeah, tell us more. Like what defined you as a person? We already know that you're a person of faith. That's huge for you. What else is on the top of that list?
Yeah, well, I think they're really all connected. I mean, the recreation and the exercise aspects. I mean, I believe the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So, in a fashion, I'm doing temple maintenance whenever I exercise. So I consider that a form of worship. Most people think of like going to church or like singing songs, and like that's one thing.
Body's your temple,
For me, my favorite sanctuary is actually out in the woods. So, I get out on my bike, I go on the trail, and man, it's just like, that's literally a breath of fresh air.
There's something to be said about that, like the churches that they built, in like the 16th, 17th century, they're all built in like beautiful locations, like near mountains and things like that. So I think that definitely has a lot of truth to that. Tell us a little bit more about like struggles that you've been through and hardships that you've overcame. What's something that really sticks out in your mind?
Oh boy. I mean, there's always, aside, from like physical ailments and things like of that nature that we were talking about. I would say, okay, well, creatively, or professionally and artistically, I would say like early on, I was kind of felt like there was this expectation and maybe a little bit of like outside pressure to sing and to play popular cover songs and to do this and to do that and to like
play to what's popular.
Play instrumental music, not just play your own original progressive music that goes on for 10 minutes at a time, and that kind of thing. And I just kind of threw that out the window. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what you think I should do? And I did the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's about, it takes a lot of courage to like go against the grain sometimes.
Yeah.
Where like the popular kind of mindset is one way, but your passions are something else. You can go one way, but going one way is maybe something that will lead to something you're just not happy with. Let's say I do get all this success and I'm doing all this stuff that people wants me to do, and I'm like playing. I'm like, yeah. But like there's countless stories of people that took that route, became super successful, and was like, hey, I'm miserable with my life. Like, what was the point?
There's just no substance to it.
Yeah, exactly. So you strike me as someone that like took that path where you're gonna be genuine to yourself and do something that you're really passionate about. Mm-hmm. So that there's something to be said about that. But you probably know that's not always the easy way to go.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
So, I kind of go back and forth with that personally. I want to do something that I'm passionate about, something I love doing. But at the same time, I have to work. I have exactly. I have responsibilities. I got stuff that stuff I want to do that costs money, hobbies, things like that. Like, how do you kind of juggle those things?
Yeah. That's a great question. So that's where like the whole like business side of and like the marketing side of it comes in, but it starts even before like the promotion. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the big 3 Ps in this music college dropout's mind are the big 3 Ps of business: the product, the packaging, and the promotion. So like, if you have great product, well, you got to start there. And in my case, that's like my art, my music, my songs, my performance, the packaging. Okay, well, that's like, that's everything production-wise, like how it's recorded, how it's presented, even like the artwork, the branding, the photography, the audio, of course, and then finally the promotion. But it starts even before that, So I've been pushing myself to do like more, take a well-known popular piece, like actually since the 4th of July just passed, I did that. Recently I did the Star Spangled Banner.
Is that ready to go? Is that done?
It actually just dropped.
Oh, nice. We'll add a link to that. Like, send it over our way.
Yeah, shot a nice little video. It's right in that 90-second sweet spot format, which I learned is also the requirement if you want to sing or perform the national anthem before a ball game.
Oh, is that in the future?
Which is kind of something that I'm like,
very cool.
Like if I could tap into that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have friends who are like very similar to you. Where I have like artist friends and friends that are athletes that kind of went non-conventional routes. And I can tell you, every single one of them, a trait that they have in common is I don't give a fuck what people think kind of attitude. You know, like I don't give a fuck about like what so and so said. Sorry to use like harsh language, but it is that like hard headed kind of mindset. Is that kind of where did you kind of have a little bit of that? Yeah,
totally.
Okay, where did that come from? Like, were you like that when you were a kid? Did you kind of like bang up against authority?
I don't know. I think I put it in initially I nerded out about in the literary sense before I really got nerdy in the musical sense. So
okay,
I was actually writing stories, and I eventually actually wrote a novel. It was never published when I was like 13. So like, and other kids are playing video games. I'm like the nerd on the computer and like pen and paper scribbling away, writing my crazy sci-fi fantasy stuff. And so that's kind of, I guess that was, one of my early outlets for that. And then like the music kind of.
I want to hear about more of the conflict. I want to hear about the struggle that really made you who you are. Who made you don't have the name Gladiator for no reason. There isn't a gladiator in history that didn't go through some conflict and some struggles. So let's get to it. Let's get to a position and really kind of work through some of those. Monster, how's Monster doing? We need a Monster check-in. Monster, how's Monster doing?
Monster ready for smash.
Okay, Monster was waiting patient. Monster's well trained. He's house trained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he waited patiently. This Monster wasn't always like this.
Well, how often do you feed him?
I mean, this is feeding today.
Okay, so I'm dinner.
Yeah, pretty much. Monster, big grip on the legs. Monster's really kind of showing us some advanced moves. How you doing, Gladiator? Oh, that's out. We'll keep. Nice, good move, good moves, good moves, good moves. Monster likes to fight. Monster likes it when they fight back. Big sweep by the Monster. There's still a lot of fight left in the Gladiator. Oh, yeah, you can see how strong that choke is. Lots of heart, lots of spirit, lots of heart from the Gladiator. It's not easy coming in, fighting someone that's 50, 60 pounds bigger than you, fighting a literal monster. Not everyone can come in and say that they've done something like this. So lots of give it up, lots of bravery on the part for the Gladiator. Oh, okay.
Barbecue sauce. I'm gonna say barbecue.
Gladiator, just let's hold it over there. Gladiator, wait. How you doing? Well,
Thankfully not sticky.
I think what everyone will see is for someone that just started out doing this for the first time, that's a lot of fight. That's a lot of spirit in someone to not give up and fight through things. I saw a lot of creativity, a lot of like problem solving, moving one way, going to the other, addressing the leg. Trying to figure out, trying new things, trying new escape. So you can see you're mentally kind of in it as well. But tell us a little bit about like things that you're fighting for. Like, what are the things that like it takes your maximum effort? What are things that is super important to you that you want to fight for?
Well, I suppose in the moment, if you're in a terrible like chokehold, you're literally fighting for air because you can't breathe.
Fighting for your life. That's a good one.
For your life.
Yeah. Give us some more motivators. Like, what are the things that really motivate you?
Oh man, I would say like any naysayer that ever that doubted you or said you couldn't do something, and which is kind of like okay, I'll just
like people who are negative.
Like, yeah, you think that? Okay, I'll show you. Yeah.
Don't
tell them to their face. I'll just do it and show them by action. You
have any like specific examples? Like, do you remember someone close to you, family, friend, that even a passing remark can be really biting? Especially someone that is close to you. Anything like come to mind? Matt?
Yeah, right. I don't know. How hungry is Monster? Yeah. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it goes back to that whole perfectionist thing we were talking about earlier. You're just constantly... pushing forward, so you're never going to get there to the point of perfection, but you're always striving towards that to make improvements, a little bit every day. And I think one of the often one of the most detrimental things that a person can do is compare them in their situation with someone else in a totally different situation with a lot more experience, a lot more success. And I could be like, well, look at where the Beatles were at this point, and like, at least where I am, But rather, if you look at, well, this is where I am today. This is what I did yesterday. What can I do today to improve on that? Even just...
Right, just try to improve a little bit every day. Yeah, that's 100%. That's great advice.
Those little improvements over time that add up,
Yeah. I mean, one thing about being a perfectionist, and I've worked with people who are super, like, very talented at what they do, but they like things in a particular way. So perfectionists aren't necessarily people that work good in a team kind of environment. Is that kind of your experience?
He asked the one-man independent touring solo band.
do we hit something? We hit a nerve.
It's like literally my rhythm section is my, I have my lead and my rhythm, and then I have my drums when I beat on the guitar with this hand. So
okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, have you thought about that? That's a great point that you brought up. Like, have you thought more about bringing more people on, working with other musicians? Is your perfectionism kind of getting in the way of that?
I would say probably more so when I was at the amateur level, because it was hard to find other, like when I was a teenager, it was hard to find other kids who were actually like serious and on the same level if you're being obsessive and practicing hours every day. So that was more of a struggle, I would say, at that point. I would say at this point, it's probably more just like a practical, like business reality of like, well, these are the gigs that I have. This is the budget that we're working with, that kind of a thing. And I mean, yeah, of course that plays into it somewhat, but, yeah, so you just kind of learn to be, and just, musicians can be a bit flaky, let's face it.
Okay.
So, I think at one point it was just like, well, at least there's less drama and you don't have to slice the pie so many ways. So I just do the one-man show. Like, I know if there's anyone that screws up, I know who to take it up with. And I can work on that. But... but yeah, there's definitely a time and place for the collaboration, and like when even the little bit of creative collaborating that I get to do now, which is just with like my graphic designer or occasionally like a photographer or videographer on like a music video. Like that's always a blast to work with those guys and see what they can come up with. Like someone who's really talented and a master at that art and like can take my ideas and just.
Yeah. I think musicians, artists. A lot of that is about great collaboration. And that's hard to do. Like the greatest bands in the world, you always hear about conflicts between band members, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's a reality of if hey, you get the best like singer out there in the world, you get the best guitarist out there, get best bass player out there, you're gonna have issues.
You got a super group.
Yeah, you have a super group.
Super egos.
Exactly.
It's like two or more roosters in the same hen house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody wants to take charge, and this is my way, and this is what I want to do, and yeah, you can have a bit of a clash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's something that
maturity and experience in order for that to work.
Yeah, 100%.
Humility too.
Yeah. That's cool. I think all your fans are going to be super excited to follow whatever you do. You know, they're going to be super excited to follow whatever you do, whatever direction that you choose to go in. So, yeah, thanks so much for being like super open and insightful. And I think that's what people want to see. You know, they're people who are you know, any musician, like anyone that you really admire what they do. There is that natural curiosity of like, how are they doing this? Like, what makes this person tick? You know what I mean? So, I think it's super awesome that you decided to come out of your comfort zone and try something like this. So, yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna definitely do one more. I know Monster's not. How are you doing, Monster? Are you satiated? Are you still hungry?
Monster ready for dinner now.
Monster's just getting started.
Monster too small.
Yeah. So let's get into some. Monster took out his meal. There we go. Monster has his appetizer out. Let's get into some compromising, difficult situation for the gladiator, and have the gladiator work through it. Now, you can see like why this is such a dominant position. Someone that hasn't done jiu-jitsu before, it's supposed to be hard. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be right if you were able to get out of this position on your first day. Oh, there. Hey, good effort. Careful. Got the back. Gladiator, an update, please.
I'm in a tight spot.
Does this remind you of any other tight spots you've been in?
One or two.
So what was Matt like as a brother?
Oh man.
Like, give us all the dirt, dude.
Yeah.
Give us all the dirt. How would you rate 1 through 10?
Monster hungry.
Sibling status. If you were to give a grade to a sibling.
Before or after Monster dinner?
Oh, okay. He's willing to give you a better grade, Matt.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, here's another one. Gladiator, your favorite sibling.
Yeah. Oh man.
Monster? Monster, you want to pluck the breath? Gladiator? Favorite sibling? An answer? Oh no!
Turn around, face me.
Monster, he didn't want to answer that question that bad that he escaped. How does that make you feel?
He is going to be eaten.
He didn't want to give you that at all.
You know where his heart lies.
Monster, how do you feel about your baby brother?
Doing pretty good so far.
Like, real talk. Like, what do you feel about his first time doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, you got the right attitude, so you haven't quit. That's the most important. Keep trying to get ahead. That's very important. You can learn the technique, but you can't learn the...
You either have that mindset or you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we have a proud big brother here.
Yeah, I would say so. But don't let go to your head.
Don't get a big head. First episode done. Again, Gladiator came in knowing nothing. He just showed up trusting his older brother.
There you go.
Trusting that older brother would keep him safe.
Think twice about that next time.
had no idea what he's gonna be doing. Had no idea that he was gonna be rolling around, sweating, fighting for his life. So
my only suspicions, he just said, "Bring your gym shorts." Okay.
Big props for doing this. Tell me about your experience here today.
Yeah, I really got thrown through the ringer, so to speak. Yeah. So this is like the post-fight talk, where I'm supposed to say, yeah, we did a great job, great match, a lot of good moves. I don't know the lingo for Jiu-Jitsu yet, so I can't talk that. But, yeah, it was a lot of good struggles, grappling. I don't know, you guys showed me like one or two techniques at the start.
We didn't show you anything, basically.
Like anything, we just pretty much threw me in.
Yeah, we're like, just figure it out.
Like 1 minute of practice, and then like, okay, you're on. But yeah.
Do you feel like this is something that you want to do again?
I guess ask me in a couple days, see how the
see how the body feels
holding up,
Yeah.
So feels like a great workout though, for sure, and I'm sure a great skill to have to be able to
Oh yeah,
take care of yourself and take care of someone else if you need to.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, you can walk away just knowing a couple positions that you need. There's not much I feel like you need in someone that's not skilled at all. Just being able to hold someone down, being able to control someone, and just walking around feeling kind of like a little bit self-assured, where if I get into those positions, I'm at least familiar with it.
Right. Absolutely.
Also, Matt, what are your takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, Gladiator did a good job with having the right fighting spirit and not giving up. And considering he had no experience, he kept going even when he was in bad positions. So that was good.
Yeah, and Matt, as a big brother, is hard to impress. Yeah. I've never seen Matt give this many compliments in his life.
That's right. So yeah, you earned it today, so that was good. Yeah, hopefully you can come back again another time and learn some more stuff.
Awesome. Anything else you wanna add?
It's been a blast. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and then you want to share your socials? Anything else you want to plug?
Yeah. So you can check me out. I'm sure we'll drop some links. I just dropped my video of the Star Spangled Banner in a version like you've never heard it on instrumental solo guitar. And you can find me on gladiusofficial.com at GLADIUS official.com. And you can find all the platforms from there.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.